when I saw the programme and I saw that Martin had been on tweeting, I got on there and said how brilliant I thought it was, even though he made me a bit manic.
Is it a bit odd meeting somebody for the first time that you've just played?
Well, it is. Well, it's just by me because I've got the speech in front of 600 people more. But I was more terrified about meeting Midge when I saw he was on my table. So usually when you're doing these things, you're doing it as truthfully as you can. But as it's sort of heightened comedy, and Midge is the most likeable guy, and any bit of research, love him. So to play him quietly psychotic, I wasn't sure how he was going to react. But he's been great. He's been really good about it.
Tell me, Bob. Why don't you jump at the end of songs anymore?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You can't land on the beat.
I can't what?
That is totally subjective.
Rockstar 101, and you can't do it.
Oh, I can land on the beat.
You're incapable of landing on the beat.
I can land on the beat.
That is not something you can do.
Okay, boys.
I can land on the beat.
You cannot!
I can land on the beat! No! I can land on the beat!
The beat cannot be landed.
I thought it was fantastic because he portrayed the Midge I'd like to be. You know, he portrayed the voice inside my head that wanted to keep saying really nasty things to people and confronting people. But I'm just such a jelly. I just thought, you know, oh God, it's just not worth it. So he did me a big favour, actually. All the stuff that's been brewing inside me for years, he did it. He got Elkin at his lips.
He can't
It's his
land
fault.
on the beat. He can't land on the beat, can he? When we looked at it, and with the glass and that, you kind of looked sort of like you were on the Matrix a bit, you know, back in the day.
Yes.
And we sort of had this idea to kind of make it like as if Begbie from Trainspotting was in the Matrix, and sort of combine them and make it into Midge, and just sort of making this sort of head case, because the kind of joke to us was Midge is so nice. What if you just made him mental?
It
was great fun.
Yeah,
it was great fun, and you can just being able to kind of throw out these one-liners and say crazy stuff, and because there's still stuff. I mean, I'm sure I pestered Midge about it on the day that I'd love to ask him, but it just like because there was this thing going on apparently in his book that Bob Geldof couldn't land on a beat. And then we make this really sort of funny scene is all about that kind of thing. And can you elaborate on that, Midge?
Go on, give us the goss. Is it true? Did that really happen?
You know, I saw the Boomtown Rats back in the day. You know, at their height of the kind of the tail end of the punk thing, and I saw them playing in London, and of course they. You know, at the end of a show, you know, when you're at the end of a song and it's a wild kind of mad, everyone's hitting the cymbals and the guitars are going, and then you jump up and go bang and land on the beat, and the band all went bang, and then Bob went in silence. But it couldn't land on the beat, and I've mentioned it to him umpteen times. But the fact that you took that and used it the way you did, I was killing myself watching that. I thought it was brilliant.
So
I loved it. I'd like to have been the manic character that you played me.
Yeah. That's what you said. I remember you saying that, like, because I was really worried about it. And you were saying, I remember you saying, I wish I said a lot of those things you said